What is going on, everybody? You already know this is your boy Scotty back with another one, man. Doing this Indiana number 5, Ohio State number 2 watch party. Listen, I'm excited for this game. It's the rankings don't tell you what this game really is, right? So Indiana's ranked number 5, Ohio State's ranked number 2. Everybody and their mom is talking sideways about Indiana because of the lack of competition on their schedule. The strength of schedule is just egregious, right? But this is my thing. Is Ohio State talented? Absolutely. But the one thing about Kirk Cignetti, coming from James Madison, he's been in these positions before. He's been the underdog, preparing his team for this type of game and this type of environment. I don't give a damn if you're an Ohio State fan. You say they can't rock with us, they can't mess with us. Listen, any given day in a football field, on any given Saturday or Sunday, anybody can get got. And I think for what Kirk Cignetti is and what he is for his team and the quarterback that he has that has a lot of snaps under his belt, none as big as this moment, but he's played the game at a high level. I'm rocking with Indiana. Listen, I've seen Ohio State over the past couple games. They have looked real shaky. They've gotten by off of the skin of their teeth in a lot of these games. I'm rolling with Indiana and the Hoosiers on this one. I believe Kirk Cignetti is going to have these boys ready to play. They're going to have the right mindset. But listen, at the end of the day, you got to stop them 2 bad boys at the wide receiver position. You got to stop them 2 bad boys at the wide receiver position. And they got to make sure they keep that offense under control. But man, it's gonna be a beastly game, man. It's gonna be a beastly game. Call lines are open as always. 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124. I'm excited. I'm excited. Listen, you know I'm in Ohio State country. Y'all know I'm up here. My wife's a diehard Ohio State fan. Y'all make sure y'all tune in next week for the Ohio State-Michigan game. Me and my wife are going to be on here doing the watch party because, you know, I'm Big Blue. And she is OHIO. All right, OHIO. My big bro plays for Ohio State. That is what's up, man. Shout out to him. What's his name? What position he play? No, I am not doing an all-corn watch party. I am not doing that. Yeah, you got to watch it somewhere else. There's enough channels. Trust me, Mark Beamer, there's going to be enough people showing that game live. The playoff was created for unlikely good teams to prove that they can run the table and claim the time. But that and listen, J. Rob, that's what makes the NCAA so good. That's why everybody loves the tournament. It's because of moments and opportunities like that. So again, you don't want to just keep pushing the same type of people in the race, right? You want to see what somebody else looks like that has an opportunity. If I give you an opportunity, can you make a run with it, right? If I give you an opportunity, can you make a run with it? And I believe they can. I absolutely believe they can. I absolutely believe they will. I think Indiana is one of those, you know, those slugfest, you know, in your face type of teams. Like, it ain't pretty, but we get the job done. It ain't pretty, but we get the job done. And I think that's what you're going to get from Indiana today. Now, once again, you're in the horseshoe. You in Ohio State. This game they could get ran out the gym. They could absolutely get ran out the gym in Ohio State. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but I don't see that being a thing. Carno Tate, man, number 17. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Let's go, Army. Shock the world always. Appreciate you, Mark. I appreciate you. But listen, man, I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of people streaming that game. So you ain't going to have nothing to worry about at all. You can find that game anywhere on YouTube. Promise you. Let me open these call lines up just in case. Call lines open 518-263-8124. 518-263-8124. As always, man, I'm so
You are
excited.
the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Let's look at this Indiana schedule because it is really soft. I'm not going to hold you. Let me see. Let's look at the schedule. Right? Michigan, down year. Michigan State, down year. Washington, down year. Nebraska, really down. Like, they started off really hot, down. Northwestern is Northwestern. Maryland, we will have no disrespect of Maryland on this broadcast because I am from Maryland, so we will not have no disrespect. Tough loss. Charlotte ass whooping. UCLA down year. Western Illinois and FIU. I mean, realistically, have they played anybody? No. But it's one of those things where if Indiana wasn't winning, think about, I want to be very clear. If Indiana wasn't winning these games, then you would just say Indiana's bad, right? They're winning the games. They have the opportunity to be here, right, in this moment and shock the world. Because Paul Feinbaum said this week, if they get blown out, they should completely get tossed out of the college football conversation and they shouldn't be there. I completely disagree. Right? It is what it is. They've earned the right to be there because if they weren't 10-0, they wouldn't even be having this conversation. So the fact that they are 10-0, that they have made their way here, you got to put respect on their name for that. Now, depending on how well they play Ohio State, if they come out to win, there's no ifs and buts about it that they're going to be one of the top teams in college football playoff. If they lose, but it's a close game, you still got to give Indiana credit. If it's a blowout, listen, if it's 45-7 or something like that, then yeah, maybe you might have to think twice about Indiana being in the college football playoffs. You might have to think twice. But if this is a close game and it comes down to the wire, all respect goes to Kirk Cignetti and what he is doing at the Indiana Hoosiers. You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely can't wait to see it. Here we go. And can I also say, I think there is some respect of what he's built, right? Like he's a program builder. And you might not agree with me when I say this, but he does have a little Urban Meyer-ish in him. Just a little, right? Like wherever he goes, he's a winner. Wherever he goes, he is a winner. And I think that has to count for something because you've been in a lot of games. You've seen a lot of things. You've done it. You've had the change of times and the transfer portal. And because when he first started, there wasn't no transfer portal. And as he's matriculated, they added the transfer portal and all these NIL. Throughout it all, he continues to win. So there has to be some type of just respect that is given to the issue of what he can do, of what he's preparing his team to do in this moment against Ohio State. You gotta respect it, man. You gotta. I hate to say it, Deion, for Coach of the Year over. I will say this: if he wins, if he beats Ohio State, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. If he beats Ohio State, there's no way you put Deion over top of him. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because, I mean, Deion hasn't even played a top 10 team. He hasn't even played a top 10 team. You know what I'm saying? He's played ranked opponents, right? But he hasn't played a top 10 team. And the same Nebraska that mollywopped Deion is the same Nebraska Indiana beat. Ain't no way. I love it. I love it, man. Listen, think about you. This is how I put it. If, let's say, Colorado comes out the Big 12, Oregon has played a tougher schedule. Oregon's playing a tougher schedule. They've lost to better teams. They've lost to Oregon by 3 points. Like, they've played, to me, the harder schedule. That's just me personally. Maybe y'all can disagree. I think Boise State has played a harder schedule. And I think they played their schedule better than what Prime has done. Just my personal opinion. So I don't have a problem with Boise State jumping over the conference champion. I really do not. I really, really do not. All right, I got 19 people in here. I need some scores. Hit me up with some scores. I got Indiana over Ohio State. I got 35-30. I got Indiana over Ohio State. 30, 38, 31. 38. Let me think. No. Yeah, I'm going to go 38-31. That's what I'm going to go. I'm going to go 38-31. Indiana. Okay, listen. I think this is my thing, right? What I think you have to go back to the Nebraska game. And the Big 12 isn't built in the trenches like the Big 10. And I think, once again, different conferences, styles make fights, right? So I think Michigan would give Michigan will give Colorado issue just because of the sheer trench play that they have, right? Like, you can't deal with them two boys up front at Michigan, right? Like, yeah, the edges. Listen, everybody understands the skill positions is an even playing field, but the trench play of the Big Ten is just different. That's why Nebraska was able to dominate the way it was against Colorado, because of the trench play. So for me, yeah, you might be able to put up points, but at the end of the day, if you're not able, if Shedeur, and we've seen it against Baylor, we've seen it against Nebraska, we've seen it against teams that are able to garner pressure. Once you get pressure on Colorado, the wheels start to fall off. It just is what it is. Thanks, babe. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think if you're talking about a top 10 team, that's probably like 3 or 4 from the Big 10 and a few from the SEC. I don't think it's not about point for point. It's, can you even get the ball off? Can you run the ball? And I think the trench play is going to be the biggest issue. Can Colorado beat South Carolina as of right now, the matchup that's set for the bowl game? I think it's competitive. I don't think that's the type of. I think I would have South Carolina State by 10. I would have at least by a touchdown, but I would have South Carolina State by 10 because I'm thinking about that D line, and it's pretty legit, right? But I do think offensively, Colorado could keep up with any team in the country if they have the time, if they can block it up. I would definitely see I can definitely see South Carolina by 10 though. That is a game I would love to see. I would love to see that. I would really like to see that. I really, really would. Can you see Florida pull upset this morning? Who Florida play? Who does Florida play? Because I wanted to do a watch party for Florida and LSU because I have Florida. I'm going to say this, and I've been saying this all year. Florida would have beat Georgia if DJ Lagway would have finished the game. Tell your mama, not me. Argue with your mama, not me. If DJ because Carson Beck is overrated. I don't care what nobody says. Carson Beck is overrated. If DJ Lagway does not go down in the Georgia game, Florida beats Georgia. Argue with your mammy, not me. Man, Texas A&M going to beat Texas Market. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Ole Miss, Florida play Ole Miss. Hey, that D line for Ole Miss is different. That D line from Ole Miss is different. That number one, that Prince, shit, that Bama different. Okay, that's a grown ass man in baby shoulder pads. Okay, that Bama is different. It's in College Station when they play Texas. I think Texas might have a little problem with the quarterback because he's a little spunky, he's a little wiry, but I think Texas is gonna get that one. Number one from Ole Miss came from Florida. Hey, that number one from Ole Miss is different. Florida let one go. In the swamp, I like Dart. I like Dart a lot. In the swamp, I'm gonna have to go with Florida. I like Florida. Now, their secondary, their safeties have a problem with speedy guys. They just do. Okay, the safeties have a problem with speedy guys. My favorite player on the defense is actually number 13, Gates, I believe. He's not a starter. He's like kind of like he's really good. He has a problem with speedy guys as well, but he's really good in the box. I like Florida in this game if they can block up Ole Miss's front because that front gave Georgia problems. Okay, but I think I like Florida at home. I like Florida at home. I like it. And I think if they get out fast, if they get going early, if DJ gets comfortable, I think they have a chance. I really do, because if they could put points up against Georgia, I definitely think they could put points up against Ole Miss. I really do. So I'm gonna go with Florida in the swamp. I would go with Florida in the swamp. Hey, Scott, are you surprised that Colorado? I'm not surprised. I expected 7 wins. I expected a bowl game. If anybody can watch now, did I expect them to be in the college football playoff? Absolutely not. So that is unexpected. But I did expect them to go to a bowl game. I did. I said that early in the season. I expected them to win 6 games. That's what it was for me. Listen, I'm not trying to take nothing away from Colorado, but the Big 12 is bad. The Big 12 is god awful. Okay, it is god awful. Let's just keep it a buck. The Big 12 is bad. So, and you lose the 2 big dogs of Texas and Oklahoma. If Texas and Oklahoma were still in the Big 12, Colorado would have had no shot to make it to the Big 12 championship. It's just so happened that it's a down year. BYU or Colorado's leading the pack. It's a bad year overall. It's just a bad year. You know what I'm saying? So it is, and I appreciate you, Mooch, for being honest. Thank you, Mooch. I appreciate you for being honest. I appreciate that. listen. You gotta. This is my thing, right? This is my thing. You gotta. You gotta. You cannot let. You gotta shut this Ohio State crowd down. You got to. You can't let them get going early. You gotta get them out. You gotta get them out early to make sure they're good. Hey, JB, I see you. I'm gonna come to you after this series. Be there. Be there. Good tackle. Watch the run. Short. Point. Punt that. He should. He should have hit the back out the backfield. JB, coming to you.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing,
What's
sir?
going on?
So I was talking to my buddies last night who are actually from Ohio, and like a lot of them are actually very nervous about this ball game today. They're nervous because of that coach Cignetti they just mentioned there. I know all the hype is about Deion Sanders this year, but do you think that Kirk Cignetti wins Coach of the Year?
If he beats Ohio State, you got to give it to him. If he beats Ohio State, you got to give it to him. You gotta give it because honestly, if we're comparing schedules, the only reason that I'm still leaning to Cignetti, if he loses a close one Ohio State, I still give him Coach of the Year. This is my issue. Nebraska beat Colorado, and Cignetti put an ass whooping on Nebraska. You see what I'm saying? So there has to be some type of give and take in the common opponents. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think even a close loss or a win over Ohio State, you got to give it to Cignetti just outright. It's the Big Ten. It's the Big Ten.
It's a good fight. I followed Cignetti when he was at Elon, when he was wrecking people. I followed him when he was at James Madison. When they moved up, they was doing damage as well. And then, of course, I know you did a show a few weeks back talking about a different coach moving up and stuff like that. And so I know you mentioned DeBoer started at an NAI school, moved up to BAM and whatnot. Another Ohio State coach that was like that was Jim Tressel, who was destroying folks when he was at Youngstown State, winning national chips left and right. He goes to Ohio State, wins national championship too. So it's like those
that's
coaches
a flag.
just start from the bottom up, and then they just go against where they are now. Now, a follow-up question. Do you think that Cignetti ends up staying in Indiana for any time being?
Absolutely.
I know he's older and whatnot.
Yeah, he's going to be here for a good minute. For a real good minute.
Okay. All right, that's all I got, man.
Hey, appreciate it, JB, man. Be safe. You got the middle of the field. You got the middle of the field, Warwick. You got the middle of the field, Warwick. You got the middle of the field, Warwick. Come on. You got to see it. You got to see it before you throw it. The middle of the field was wide open. Oh yeah, I agree with you. If they want them, they gonna come get them. If they want them, they gonna come get them. And listen, don't be too shocked if Ryan Day is on. Listen, he lose to Michigan this year. Oh, he as good as gone. The same. That's a flag, ref. That's a flag, ref. Come on. Jesus. This is a big drop for Indiana. Got to keep that horseshoe quiet. Got to keep that horseshoe quiet. This is a big drive right here for Indiana. Got the zone. Hit it. Hit it. Step up. Got him. Let's go. Let's go. Good throw. Good throw, Warwick. Good run right here. Good run right here. 0-0. Score is 0-0. Indiana in the red zone on the 11-yard line. Second and 6. I would run this again. You got numbers. You got numbers. Got numbers. Get up there. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 in the red zone. It's a great drive by Indiana. Great job by Indiana right here. You got to settle that horseshoe down. You got to know that listen, this drive right here is a good drive to let your team know we can compete. We can win this game. We can be in this game. And you got to settle everybody in. Yo, Penn State is not good. They should have beat Ohio State, though, but they're not good. Run it again. Run it again. Run it again. Don't get cute with it. Run it again. Don't get cute with it. First down. Come on. I love it, Cignetti. Don't get cute with it. Just run it again. Duo. Good duo right there. I wouldn't be surprised if this might be a sweep. Something to the outside. Got him. That's a flag. Again. Jesus, that boy is trash. How he got number one, I will never know. That Bama number one for Ohio State is ass. Jesus. It's a flag, baby. That's a flag, baby. Don't get cute, Cignetti. Get in there, baby. Let's go. Come on. Hey, that boy ass juice. Hey, number one ass. That boy can't cover. He couldn't cover a bad spread. Boy, ass juice. Higgs big no cover. Not no sun, no cover. Higgs big no cover. I don't know how that Bama got number one. Nothing. Number one? That Bama need to be 99. Not good. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't want to give no team like Indiana confidence. Don't want to give no team like Indiana confidence. Can't do it. Shouldn't do it. I like him at Indiana. I think give him about 2 or 3 years. I think he can build Indiana up into something. If I'm being honest though, what I would really like to see him go is like Nebraska. And the reason I say that is because Nebraska's fans are so, man, listen, I'll never forget when I used to live in Dallas, the Nebraska fans in Dallas used to buy out the Buffalo Wild Wings in Dallas, in the area that I was in, and literally the whole bar area would be nothing but Nebraska fans. And this is during the time that they were just ass. I ain't never seen Nebraska be good in my lifetime, right? So they were just ass. But them Nebraska fans would just come in there and it would just be pure pandemonium. And you would think they was like Ohio State or Alabama or something, just how crazy they were about the Nebraska Huskers or Huskers or whatever they call themselves. Man, woo-wee. I would like to see them go to Nebraska. I think they just need that. I think they really just need that. They need that excitement and energy. I think he'll be great at Auburn, Mooch. I think Auburn is a good fit for him. I really would like him at Auburn. Listen, that Hugh Freeze hire, first of all, the protest should have told you something. And secondly, that Hugh Freeze hire is looking worse and worse every year that he's on that program. It just looks bad. It is. They don't got no quarterback. The offense looks disjointed. Nothing looks good about what he's building there at Auburn. And they should have got Deion. Auburn should have got Deion, period. Wanted to go with the white man with the sexual allegations. You wanted to go with him. Okay, cool. Just saying. Man, listen, you, you got to come out. I know they want to establish the run. I get that, right? But you got to put to me, right? I think you got to put fear in the DBs of Nebraska. You got to get the young freshman, Mecca, I believe that's his name. I can never say them African names. I apologize. Them names just too hard for me. You got to get them involved. Touches, seeing the ball. You gotta have the DBs feel a little fear of just okay, I can't get beat. Okay, I got to keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So for me, Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if the first play is a run to Judkins, but to me, you got to get your star receivers the ball. You gotta give them touches to get them involved in this game early, so they can feel like they're impactful in some way, form, or fashion. Now, how I would do it is this: I would run the ball on first down. I'll probably get about 2 or 3 yards. The second down, I'm taking a shot. Go ball, post, something, something, 1, 2, 3, get the ball out of my hand, right? So in testing the defense downfield, I'm taking a shot. If I don't get it, come back on third down. Hopefully be able to pick it up, but definitely would be a second down shot for me. I know a lot of coaches like to take that first down shot, but for me, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that because a lot of people anticipate it. You know what I'm saying? Like come out, take a shot. I'm not the type of guy. But that's just let me say this about Miami. Okay. First of all, Wake Forest is ass. Miami is a momentum team. Once Miami gets that momentum, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You gotta keep it like a seesaw game with Miami to stay in like a seesaw game to stay. Once Cam Ward gets going and he has that momentum, it's like an avalanche that just comes down and just doesn't stop. That's how they work. That is true. What a tackle! What I just tell y'all, you gotta get the ball in your receiver's hands. I just said that. If you watching the game, I literally just said before the half, before the game, I said you gotta get the ball in your receiver's hands. It's just too special. They better not run this. They better not run this. They better not run this ball. I'll take that one on the outside. Look at this one at the bottom of the screen. You can do a hit right here. I'll take that, but they better not run this ball. I'm about to say, they better not run that thing.
Oh, got him. Oh, he could have hit the outside. He had it. If he would have kept it, if he would have bent it back, if he would have bent it out to the right a little bit more, he would have had nothing but green grass. Got him. Go! Be there. You got to tackle that. You got to get that tackle. It went from a tackle for loss to an 8-yard game. Woo. Hey, that was a nasty fake. Absolutely nasty. You got this one-on-one down here at the bottom with Jeremiah. Be there. I don't like that call. It was somebody in the. It was somebody in the. He was trying to talk. That's a bad call. That I don't like that call. That's a bad call. I like they got the double team. Watch the running back out the backfield. Got him on the corner. Got him on the corner. Got him on the corner. That's what you don't want. That's what you don't want if you're Indiana. These are the moments you just gotta close the door. All right. You just gotta close the door on the situation, and they can't. And now you're putting Ohio State back in the scoring situation. It's tough. Uh that's tough. Man, all right, guys, man, I gotta get up out of here, man. I thought I had enough time, but we gotta make a run. Listen, guys, appreciate y'all, man. I'm trying to get back on here for the post game.